What's up, everybody? Bluegabe. We're in Okeechobee, Florida on the Kissimmee River. Brad, look how big that gator is. Anyhow, Brad said that the bass have been biting like crazy in the morning for about the first hour of daylight. So we ran out, caught a whole bunch of fish, and now we're in here catfishing because these little catfish that we have here, we call them, any Florida local will call them Sharpies. We cut their head off, skin them, and fry them whole, and they are so good. So we're gonna sit here, show you our rig, and show you just how easy it is. You can bring all your kids a pontoon boat, a canoe, whatever you want, and come do exactly what we're doing, and it's the most easy thing ever. So y'all see that? That's the world's easiest catfish rig. I call it a chicken rig, and that's what we snapper fish with a lot at home on the East Coast. Actually, I mean, they pretty much use it everywhere, but right now, Brad and I want catfish. So I got a 1 ounce weight to 3 circle hooks on a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. And I'm about to show y'all just how easy it is to catch one. We're up here on the Kissimmee River fishing the lock. The current's flowing out. As soon as the weight hits the bottom, I come tight just a little bit. They'll start eating it within minutes. So these aren't the biggest catfish in the world. Florida's not known to have the biggest catfish in the world. But we eat these and we call them Sharpies. We cook them whole. Just like that. And just like that, there's a Sharpie. So the reason we use circle hooks is you'll always hook them in the corner of the mouth. And that's a Sharpie, about 9 inches long. But this isn't the only thing we did this morning. We came out to go bass fishing. So let's take it out there while I rebait, and I'll show y'all how we caught all these bass that we caught this morning.
10-pounder?
That was a serious bite. That was a good one. Real. That fish just crushed it. Real.
Little one. That ain't the big one. Real big fish, big.
Oh,
Big, real big.
oh.
He's hung up in the grass.
Hey, what?
He's hung in the grass.
You still got him?
I think so. Oh, yeah, he's still in there.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
him out.
You got him. Now power pull back down.
You hit the button. He's running to us. Running to us.
Oh yeah. Run it.
Run it. Oh yeah, look at that. Stud, look at here. Inhaled it. Woo! Heck yeah.
Blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. Y'all see that? Just 3 circle hooks, 20-pound fluorocarbon leader to a 1-ounce weight. So north of us is the Kissimmee River, and all this water's flowing into Lake Okeechobee. If you notice, you can see that side of the lock's not flowing, only the far left is, and then the one over here. So the current's coming out over here, and we're fishing right on the edge of that current in about 27 foot of water. I just throw it out till it hits the bottom, and the reason I'm using a 1-ounce weight is so it will actually hold it there.
There's one on that rod.
Uh-oh. Look at this. This is the easiest thing in the entire world. You can do it with your kids, your grandkids, your grandparents. It's cheap, it's not expensive. There's no reason
Another double.
none of y'all can't do this. Look at that. How does it get any better? And these jokers fried whole. If you go back and watch my turtle catch, clean, and cook, you see us clean a couple of these and eat them. And you're gonna see it in this video too. So it's just a little baby channel cat's all it is. Now Brad and I, June, what day?
June, we'll be fishing on June 4th or 5th and noodling on the 6th.
So June 6th, Brad and I are going to Kentucky to noodle with some dudes that are supposed to be the best of the best. Brad and them got some 40 and 50 pounders last year. One actually broke Brad's finger when he reached in there, so you guys stay tuned for that.
Uh-oh, filming and a fish.
You got one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There we go. Oh, fatty.
About time you participated.
Hey, somebody's got to film.
Anyhow, back to the bass this morning. So when those bass are eating like that in the grass, a spinnerbait, a really light spinnerbait, like a less than a ½ ounce, popping frog, Big Easy, any kind of bait that can get up on the surface and hit those little pockets in that grass for the first hour of daylight, it can be amazing. Redneck, what you got? What you got? What you doing? All right, so for those of y'all that have noticed my sea deck, Castaway Customs in Cocoa Beach, sometimes when you watch me, especially on my last airboat video, that sea deck looked filthy dirty. I got home, took me a little soft scrub brush, and in like 4 minutes. It takes less time to clean the sea deck than it does the actual boat. Just use a little bit of soap, scrub it down, gone. This stuff, it cuts down on glare. You don't have to wear shoes. They can do any kind of logo you want for favorite rods, your personal logo. Look at that, but look at this. That was Brad's first catch this morning. Anyhow, give Castaway Customs a shout. I'll have everything for them in the link below if you want to get your own boat done. What kind is that? He got a big head on him. He looks like that thing that Joey Slayham's got in his fish tank, the gulper. Y'all leave a comment below and tell me what's your favorite way to catch catfish. Do you like noodling? Do you like catching them on rod and reel? Man, that one hit it hard. Oh, I got him. Just like that. Why do you think every fish should be yours? Look at him, concentration. So the reason we're using circle hooks, you'll never gut hook them. Always right in the corner of their mouth. I'm still using pliers just because they're little circle hooks and they're hard to get a hold of with your fingers. But that's why we're using it. Look at it, look how many I've caught, and I think Brad's put one in there. So one of the most important things about a circle hook is you don't set the hook. That's what a lot of people do wrong. When you get the bite, you sort of reel down and take up all the slack, get it out, and just ease the rod into them, which slowly bend and slowly, and just reel, and you'll always have them hooked in the corner of the mouth. If you jerk the hook, you actually do the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do, and you'll rip the hook right out of the fish's mouth. You see that though? Brad said, "Why are you using that rig?" I said, "Because I want to catch 2 or 3 at a time. I'm an overachiever." So it's about 27 foot deep with probably 3 knots of current coming out of this lock. That's why I'm using that heavier weight. A catfish tick, 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 because they don't have great big mouths and they're trying to get that worm in their mouth. So I just let them have it for a second. And you'll see when I get one, I'll never set the hook, just steadily reel. See that? I didn't do anything, I just started reeling. As fast as we can catch them. What kind is that? That's a different kind. Oh, easy. I ain't sure what that kind is, but he'll taste just like the other ones in the grease. Alright, so I'm going to teach you how to tie the chicken rig knot the best I can. I'm going to do a whole nother video doing lime green lines so you can see it really well, but watch. All I'm doing is putting it together. Take my fingers and start twisting the two about 6 times till you have a loop. Reach through that loop, grab the line, just like that. Done. I tie 3 of those and put a 1 ounce weight at the bottom, and that's how we've been catching these fish. That's called a sabiki rig knot or a chicken rig knot. Watch. Just put it together. That's all I did. Take those 2, twist them up, reach through the loop, grab the main line with your teeth, pull it tight. That's it. Now we're gonna head back to the house. I'm gonna show you some of these big gators on the way. We're actually not gonna go to the house. We're going to one of our buddies' house who's waiting on us to cook these catfish. So y'all don't go anywhere. I'm gonna show you these big gators to ride in, and we'll be cooking these fish in about an hour. Let's go. Watch out, he's getting in the boat. You probably wouldn't want to go swimming right here. I don't think Redneck wants to go swimming right here either. All right, Brad, let's go. Whoa. All right, so y'all see how we use those power poles? You pull up to the dock, hit the button twice, and they go down and pin the bottom. They're an anchor. They got fiberglass poles and they're super strong. The bass boat right over behind us, same thing. He pulls up to the bank, double clicks, they go down. He does not have to worry about his boat going anywhere. There's a reason we use power poles. And it's not because they pay us, it's not because they ask us to, it's because they work. All right, y'all. I just filmed one of the most amazing things I've ever filmed before, and that might sound weird to some of y'all, but my buddy Buddy, his name's Buddy, but he's also a buddy of mine, owns Okeechobee Fish House, and he buys all the commercial caught catfish off of Lake Okeechobee. We just toted our fish in there in a 5-gallon bucket, and I think we had 20. Y'all watch this. He has this awesome contraption that he cleans these fish on. So we just got the calculator out and did the math on a rough guess on the smaller side of how many catfish he buys from this lake a year from the commercial guys. And we got it at about 1,300,000 pounds. And he said that would be on the small scale. 1,300,000 pounds of commercial caught catfish come out of that lake every year. And we were just catching them 2 at a time as fast as we could. And every one of those catfish we just caught were females and were full of eggs. Now, for those of y'all that live in the Okeechobee area or travel out here for a weekend or just a camping night or whatever, he sells oysters, scallops, clams, local caught catfish, obviously. He sells most of their catfish, he said, to South Carolina and Georgia, but he sells a lot of it here. He also sells whole and fillet, so you can have it filleted or you can have it whole, what we call Sharpies. But he's got a cook shack outside. They bought it because of the coronavirus, and now they're keeping it open now that everything else is open because it's been such a success. And he's got our fish cleaned, and he's gonna cook them for us. But let me go back and show you this contraption and how he cleans a catfish. Brad, you're not a hired employee. You got to get out.
Oh, yes, I am.
What you cooking?
Fried green tomatoes and oysters and shrimp.
What? I'll trade you my catfish for shrimp.
No.
Yeah, y'all saw it. They cook anything you want to eat right here. Oysters, shrimp, fried green tomatoes, french fries, and now they're cooking our fish for us. What did you just order?
The snapper tacos and the gator bites.
What? Y'all sell that too?
Yeah.
What's up, Taylor?
Brad, we're about to eat more than just catfish.
What we get?
We're gonna order a little bit of everything.
And you
What
get
we
two
got?
sides.
Oh. You get fried pickles and...
I'm definitely getting the fried green tomatoes.
You guys. I can't explain to you how good catfish can be. Everything we did today, you guys can do. And if you don't have a boat, you can do it by land. 3 hooks, a little weight, some earthworms, find a little bit of flow in water, and you will catch catfish. I mean, look at that. We're gonna sit here and finish these fish. I gotta get home, edit this video, because tomorrow I'm headed to Crystal River to go to the middle grounds on the big Freeman boats. You guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe. But right now, like Jake always says, it's time to get up out of here. And we're gonna definitely get the heck out of shape with all this food. See y'all.